There are millions of people in the world who are out to steal anything they can, from your heart to your identity, and it's all in the name of ultimately stealing your money. It seems scammers get more sophisticated every day, and it's up to us to be alert and pay attention to who's contacting us and why. Schools First Federal Credit Union wants to help people not fall for financial scams, and here to help us do so is Madison Branch Manager Nathan Calhoun. Nathan, I thought I just had to worry about hurrying up and filing my taxes, but now we have to be cautious about financial scams too?
Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, it is what's going on, sign of the times. The poor folks at the IRS are so busy right now. And there's thieves out there making money posing as the IRS because, let's face it, everyone's afraid that there's something wrong with their taxes.
Yeah, well, I'm happy we have you here today to help people avoid those financial scams. And I guess it's appropriate that for this time of year, you're talking about a few scams pretending to be linked to the IRS. Like you mentioned, this must be lucrative because, I mean, who wants to pretend to be an IRS agent?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, there's thieves out there that do exist, and they are contacting people, trying to threaten them, hurry them into making payments for what is supposed to be their taxes. So yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, so what's the approach? How do these scammers get their foot in the door?
Well, the federal government actually is advising on a couple different versions, like you mentioned. The first and most common I would mention is one that revolves around tax collection, and it's often associated with the threat of arrest or incarceration. What ends up happening is you receive a call or an official looking letter, and it states that you're delinquent on your taxes, and they'll request something like along the lines of a prepaid debit card or gift card, or maybe give you instructions on how to make an electronic funds transfer. The IRS does not accept payments using prepaid debit cards. They don't ask for electronic funds transfers, and they'll never threaten you with arrest or jail.
Okay, well, we got to make sure we're avoiding that. And can you tell us about the verification scam?
Yeah, that's another version of this scam, which, this one would come, let's say, through email or a text, and it would be somebody saying that they just want to ask you and verify your personal information. So to ensure that you get your refund. The IRS never reaches out to verify your personal information like that. So if you're contacted and somebody's asking to verify your Social Security number, your savings account or checking account number, do not comply. If you get a call from somebody saying that they're an IRS agent, ask them for their name, ask them for their employee number, and ask them for a callback number, and then you can contact the IRS.
Okay, good to know, because it's like we obviously want to make sure we're giving the correct information, but not to the wrong people. So how can we protect ourselves from scammers like this moving forward?
Well, I think the best thing you can do is just be aware and kind of understand how the IRS communicates with taxpayers. If you receive a letter, like a legitimate letter from the IRS, it'll have a phone number, and you can go check the IRS website to verify that phone number. Or, as we mentioned earlier, if you get a call from somebody saying that they're an IRS agent, collect their name, their employee number, and their callback number. You can then contact the IRS yourself, verify, is this a actual employee of the IRS, and do they have a legitimate reason for contacting you? If so, you can call them back, and if not, report the scam.
Oh, okay, good to know. And I mean, I have caller ID. Is it smart to save the number I see displayed if it's a scammer?
Well, you can. It doesn't hurt. That being said, almost always these are coming from out of the area. Scammers have figured out a way to do something that they call phone spoofing, which is where they actually send false information to your caller ID. So you might see a local 916 area code number, but it may not be from the area. It may not even be from inside the country.
So would you say if we're getting a phone call from a number, we want to avoid contacting scammers, should we just let it go to voicemail?
Yes, absolutely. I think that's a pretty common habit myself. If I see a call coming in from a number I don't recognize, I let it go to voicemail, I listen to the voicemail, and then just use my common sense. The red flags would be is somebody's pressuring you to act quickly,
Yeah.
somebody's asking for your personal information, or maybe an unconventional form of payment. Once again, if you can verify the name or employee number with the IRS, you're good. But if not, then report the scam.
All right, get the name, employee number, callback number, verify it. Nathan, thank you so much for these tips. And for more financial advice, visit SchoolsFirstFCU.org.